Learning objectives. At the end of this topic, you will be able to define motion and rest, explain the different types of motion, describe different combinations of motion. What is the difference between the bird sitting on a plant and a flying bird? What is the difference between a parked car and a moving van? What's the difference between a train standing on a platform and a running train? The answer is very simple. In the first case, the things are not moving. They're said to be at rest. In the second case, they are moving. Hence, the objects, whichever move, are said to be in motion. Motion plays an important role in our life, and let us see about them in detail. Motion and rest. An object which is said to be at rest when it does not change its position with respect to the surrounding objects. Consider an example where a boy is sitting on a bench. He is said to be at rest with respect to the objects surrounded by him, say a tree. Here we refer to the tree as a reference point. An object is said to be in motion when it changes its position with respect to time and its reference point. In simple words, we can say that when a body moves from one place to another with respect to time. Example, a train moving on a track. But when you sit inside a moving train and see outside, you will feel that people on the platform and even the trees move behind as the train passes by. From this example, it's really hard to differentiate the objects that are moving and those that are at rest. Let us see an example. Think that you're standing on a railway platform and a train from one end passes you over a period of time. It means when the object moves, its position changes with respect to a stationary object and time. While standing on the platform, how did you identify the train was moving? The platform you stood in did not move, but the train changes its position with time and moved away from the platform. Hence, you got to know the train was moving. Types of motion. Rectilinear motion. Let us see certain examples. Look at these ants, they move in a straight line. Do you see this boy sliding down? He's moving in a straight line. The straight line path makes an angle with the horizontal. Such a motion where an object moves over a straight line is referred to as rectilinear motion. Circular motion. Look at the boy moving in the circular path in a merry-go-round. The center point of the merry-go-round is fixed. Hence, it moves around the axis, passing through the center point. Let us see some other examples. Look at the blades of the fan and the hands of the clock. They move in a circular path around the central axis point. Such a motion where an object moves over a circular path whose axis is fixed to a center point and its distance from the center remains the same is referred to as a circular motion. Periodic motion. Few motions repeat themselves again and again. For example, when you play in a swing, the swing's motion repeats again and again over a period of time. The to and fro motion of the pendulum of a clock repeats itself over a period of time. This type of motion, where an object repeats its motion after a period of time, is referred to as periodic motion. Combination of motions. Have you kicked a football and seen its motion on a ground? It neither moves in a complete linear motion or in a complete circular motion. Let us see it closely. The ink dot made on a football indicates that it moves in a straight path. The points made in a football move along the circular motion with respect to its center point. This type of motion, where the linear and the circular motions are combined, is referred to as rolling motion. Let us see another example for rolling motion. The wheels of a bicycle or any vehicle undergoes a circular motion around the axis of the wheels, and hence the cycle moves forward. The movement of the Earth around the Sun is also a combination of two motions. Earth moves around its own axis. That is, it has a circular motion around its axis, and it's known as Earth's rotation. Simultaneously, Earth also rotates around the Sun apart from moving on its own axis. Hence, this motion is known as the Earth's revolution. Apart from the Earth's rotation and revolution being a circular motion, it is a periodic motion as well. Earth's rotation repeats every 24 hours, and its revolution repeats every 365 days. Summary. Let's summarize the topic. An object which is said to be at rest when it does not change its position with respect to the surrounding objects. An object is said to be in motion when it changes its position with respect to time and its reference point. A motion where an object moves over a straight line is referred to as rectilinear motion. A motion where an object moves over a circular path whose axis is fixed to a center point and its distance from the center remains the same is referred to as circular motion. The type of motion where an object repeats its motion after a period of time is referred to as periodic motion. The type of motion where the linear and the circular motion are combined is referred to as rolling motion.